guys, welcome to my kitchen on a Friday night. Welcome. It is a Friday night. It's Friday night for me too, which very seldom happens because I work rotating schedules. So it is super fun to get to hang out with you guys on a Friday. So let's do a swipe because that's what I'm into right now. My base coat, here's my story for the day. I'm a bit of a scrounger. Well, I'm not a bit of a scrounger. I'm a total scrounger. I really get right into like the thrift stores and garage sales, and I like to scrounge around, and it really becomes a bit of a game for me. And I look for paint, and I look for tiles, and I look for sort of dribs and drabs of all kinds of fun little things. So today, through Marketplace on Facebook, paint and tiles are basically one of my search things that I look for on a regular basis. And I was going through the paint section and I came across an ad for paint. I was so stoked. I just felt like leaving work immediately. So I picked up, let's see if you can see this, 10 of these in the color to go by Sherwin Williams, various colors, but all kind of tans and whites and pale blues and pale gray. I picked up 10 of those. I picked up a quart of Sherwin Williams white satin enamel, about 3/4 full, and I picked up half a gallon of Sherwin Williams in the emerald for $30, you guys. All of it for $30. I was like, yeah, get the car. I was so excited. So very excited. So you know what? Source out, guys. Look outside the box. Like, you don't have to pay full retail for your paints and supplies. And I've picked up lots and lots of stuff on these sites. I've never had a problem. All paint cans on the labels will have a date, and I generally do check the dates because it's, I don't know if people do it intentionally or people don't really realize that paint that's 10 years old is no good in the cans. So check the dates on the labels. These ones were all 2018 to 2020. They're all lovely colors. In fact, one of them I'm going to actually paint my kitchen wall with. So there you go. $30 for all my big score. Plus I put have the paint to paint something in my house. So this is one of my base colors from the Sherwin Williams. I don't know what it's called. It doesn't really matter. Something Sail. And my colors were Paynes Gray, Raw Umber by Liquatex, Yellow Oxide. This one was the Paebo, and this is the green blue. I didn't think it made much difference between the green blue and the blue green, but it does. And when you hold them together, you'll be able to see. This is an FX Mutant Shift, and it's called Immune Blue. And this one was an Interference Green by Jaquard, normal dry pigments, but where's my little pot of fun stuff? Here. Let me show you this, if I can find it. Here we go. I added a little bit of this stuff, which I've never used before. I got it on Amazon. It's called Prism 65 pigments. This one is blue, green, gold. I used some the other night on a violet. It's kind of hard to see. I used a violet one the other night, and I just actually blew it like pixie dust over the piece, and when it dried, it left all these beautiful little sparkles and kind of shimmers. I'm not really kind of into the glitter, but I do like a bit of shimmer. Okay, let's do this. Let's swipe white. Okay, well that didn't work at all because I didn't stir my swipe mix. So I have a weird pattern there. Okay, let's see what we can do with that. It's always good practice to have these little disasters that happen. Okay, so let's go the other way now that it's stirred and see if we can just fix that a bit. So I have to tell you guys, I absolutely believe that these forums on YouTube are wonderful, amazing places for people to share information and styles and techniques, and I truly believe that. And so I had a subscriber the other day tell me or suggest to me that when I'm making my cell mix, if I add the Floetrol into whatever vessel or spoon that I'm making it with, if I add the Floetrol first and then the paint will just fall right out of the vessel and into the cup to mix. And you, my friend, are brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. What an amazing thing. So this afternoon I made some new cell mix. I did exactly as this viewer suggested. Put my Floetrol into, I use tablespoons, into my tablespoon first, and then into my receptacle. And then I added my paint, and it was so slippery that it first of all dropped off into the kitchen counter, and I had to get new paint. But I thought, oh my God, amazing, absolutely amazing. No more scraping the container, no more sticking my finger in the paint, just slipped right out. So thank you so very much for sharing that little tip with me. That who knew? I would never have even thought. I've always popped my paint first, and then my Floetrol, and then my glue, and I've just always done it that way. I would never have thought to reverse the order because I wouldn't have thought about why it would make any difference. Brilliant. So take that when you're making cell mix, Floetrol first. And be careful because your paint will fall right out onto the counter just like mine. But what an amazing tip to share. Super, super valuable. My other tip that I learned from a subscriber that was an awesome tip is she suggested, I don't even have gloves on tonight, you guys. She suggested that when you rub your hands with coconut oil prior to painting, all of this paint just, boom, it's gone. And she's right. So at that time I was working with some black bases, and black house paint is absolutely horrible to get off your hands. It's absolutely terrible. And that was a super, super valuable trick that she taught me. So yeah, if you guys have any little tips or tricks, you know what? Share them. Share them up. I'm always super, super happy to learn something new. Even if it's something seems as silly as that, I think it's super fun. And that's kind of the benefit of these forums. I'm certainly willing to share anything I know or I'm aware of that makes life easier, or little tips and tricks. And sometimes it comes with great appreciation, and other times people don't like to hear what I have to say, but you know what? Those people can turn me off. Flick the switch and I will be gone, you guys. All right, I'm happy with that. I think that's pretty cool. Fun colors. And I'm going to, this is going to be maybe a double whammy video, you guys. I think I'm going to use the same colors, same size tile, and maybe spin it. So let's bring you over. Look at all these beautiful colors. Look at this little fun thing here. See if I can get in here without losing it. This little piece was, where's my finger? This little piece was kind of where my cell mix did that funny big plop because it wasn't mixed, but it's actually quite pretty. This is quite pretty too. Super delicate. Okay, so there's tile number 1. Just like that. Now I'm going to try to get this back up on the tripod, so I'm going to probably trip everybody's eyes out for a minute. I apologize for that. Okay, let's move this to a safe spot, like over here somewhere. And I haven't done a bloom for a really long time, so I don't even know how this is gonna work, but let's try to bloom this, you guys. So we're gonna use the same base, my new cheapy stuff. Love it, absolutely love it. You know what, my favorite price in life is free, and the next best thing to free is cheap. Love it. Source out. Be resourceful, guys. There's so many amazing places to pick up supplies without having to pay the full retail price. Paynes Gray. Raw umber. Not my favorite raw umber. This is a liquatex. I prefer the Paebo, but I didn't have any, so I'm on liquatex. Yellow oxide, also by Liquatex. And here comes our blue. So this is the Paebo again. And this is the green blue iridescent. And this is the FX Immune Blue. We're going to put it over here. And Interference Green by Jaquard with a little bit of this pixie sparkle. I don't really know what to call it. And you know what? I think we should maybe torch it if I can find my fire. Wherever that's gone. There it is. I didn't torch the last piece, you guys, did I? No. So I have to thank everybody for hanging with me in the kitchen. You guys are awesome. And I have a bunch of questions I still have to answer and people I really want to talk to. It's been a crazy busy week at work. And then yesterday was my birthday. So I had family in until about 8:30. And yeah, just super uber busy, guys. Okay, let's try to blow this out. Right to there. One of the comments that I did see that I have yet to address is the fact that one of my subscribers tried my pouring medium mix and my cell mix and had really good results. And I'm so glad to hear that, because it's always kind of, it's always kind of weird when you share a recipe and you always keep your fingers crossed that it works for somebody else. But I've been doing this enough to know that, what works for you might not work for me, and vice versa. And so when I share my recipes, sometimes you have to kind of take the basis and just tweak it to make it work for you. So just be aware of that, guys, because products are different from country to country, and water's different, and there's a lot of environmental factors that play a part in this. Yeah, so keep it in mind. Okay, we gotta wait just a second here for our center to pop up, and we'll give it a little spin. Help it along. Help it along. Maybe a little bit of a tilt here. Okay, I don't really know if we should modify the bloom or not, you guys. What should we do? Decisions. Yeah, let's do it. Let's modify. We haven't done that for a while. First, I have to find a modifying tool that I'm partial to. Well, all right, guys, hang on. I put everything away so that my family didn't have to eat in a paint studio, and now I can't find anything. There we go. My daughter did an amazing job. My daughter, I came home from work yesterday. Hey guys, plastic kebab stick. Came home from work yesterday, and my daughter had my entire living room filled with beautiful balloons, all covered in spots and polka dots. And she had the whole mantle decorated with gifts for mom and happy birthday mom written on the mirror. And in the middle of all of this was my granddaughter wearing this absolutely smashing black tutu with pink leggings, black tutu with pink spots, pink leggings, and a pink top with this smile like a Cheshire cat. So happy to see Grandma. It was so much fun. Okay, my friends, let's do this. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay stopping right here. I'm not going to make a whole bunch of funky little embellishments. I'm going to get this off my aluminum foil though, so that I can pour the aluminum foil paint back into a cup. We're just going to give this a quick little tip and tilt. And we're going to leave it like that. That was so simple. I'm going to get this off and plop that down. Sorry guys, I probably just lost you there. My collection. Yeah, definitely some pretty areas in here. So normally if I was gonna just go crazy, I would really modify this and go right in and make a whole bunch of little embellishments, but I'm not going to. You kind of got a double whammy, but I'm down for business tonight, guys, because I got my painting clothes on, which means I'm not ready to stop, but I'm starving to death. So last night's dinner was pizza, and there just happens to be enough left over. So I'm gonna go and warm myself up some pizza. I'm going to bring you down and show you this. Same colors, much different results, much different. But just as fun, you guys. Lots of interesting little cells, and yeah, it was fun to do a bloom. So you know what? I might come back a little bit later and maybe bloom and spin something else. Maybe modify it. Maybe. All right, guys, thanks for joining me in the kitchen for this little while. You guys are awesome. You all can do this. It's a technique. We can all learn it together. Absolutely. Yes, we can. All right, guys, pour happy, stay safe, and we'll talk really soon.